Hey everyone, my name is Christian and this is Orbiter, a project I've started to increase public interest in actively becoming a Type 1 civilization. So if you don't know what that is, have no fear, because you've reached your one-stop shop for all things Type 1 civilization and future technology. Now, no better place to start than with the origins of this concept. Nikolai Kardashev was a Soviet astrophysicist who developed a method for measuring a civilization's level of advancement, humbly called the Kardashev scale. Placement on the scale is all based on the amount of energy we are able to use. This includes having complete control over energy sources like hydro, wind, solar, geothermal, nuclear, and even antimatter. I think at this point, it's pretty clear we aren't there yet. And we know that because, well, last I checked, the ice is still melting. But also because Kardashev provided the world with a formula. A formula I'll only touch on in this video, but here's what it looks like, and by calculating our global energy consumption, we can get an idea of where we stand as a civilization. I'm gonna go over some very important numbers for a moment, but stay tuned to the end as I explain why becoming a Type 1 civilization is completely necessary for our survival. Currently, the world's energy consumption is about 18 terawatts, which puts humanity at a 0.7 on the Kardashev scale. So what does this mean? It means that we aren't even on the scale yet. But in order to classify as a Type 1, or in other words, a post-scarcity society, we would need to increase our energy output by a factor of 100 billion. So in short, we allow the majority of energy on Earth to go to waste. But there is substantial amount of room to optimize how we use our planet in the future. That enormous amount of energy will be needed to power the technologies of a planet-controlling species. Considering another expectation of reaching that classification is controlling the natural systems on Earth that affect hurricanes, earthquakes, and regional climate. Deploying technology that can accomplish that will likely consume a lot of energy, but it will help keep cities protected and increase the amount of places life can flourish. All of this may sound like science fiction, but many researchers reference the Kardashev scale when discussing the future. Most notable of which is co-founder of string theory and theoretical physicist Michio Kaku.
We are type 0. That's where we rate. We get our energy from dead plants, oil, and coal. Now, Carl Sagan tried to refine it a bit. He estimated that we're actually about a 0.7. If you are a 0.7 civilization, that means you are about 100 years from attaining Type 1 status. This means we can see evidence of this everywhere we go.
As you just heard, he speculates we could become a Type 1 civilization in just a couple generations. That is, assuming we don't get hit by an asteroid or a solar flare shines its way in our direction. Although nobody can accurately predict how humanity will change over hundreds of years, there are trends we can reference. Since our species' inception, overcoming the adversities of nature and using the latent energy of our environments has been a cornerstone to civilization. As time goes on, our planet will eventually run out of energy from itself and our sun, which is why prioritizing how we derive energy now will help to ensure a more secure future for humanity. And if we don't, let's just say that extinctions are very common on this planet. The distant future aside, if there are still mysteries to solve and control to be had, it's a safe bet that our descendants will strive to become a Type 1 civilization, but only if our generation can set up the framework they need to succeed. So hopefully this helped answer any general questions you had. But if it didn't, you should check out my other content about Type 1 civilizations, where I discuss what life would be like on a Type 1 world and what it would take to get there. So remember, keep orbiting, and thanks for watching.